Tyler. This is Lori with Soul Sisters Digital Design. Peyton had been talking with you about your website and mentioned that you might be looking for some help or some guidance on it. And so I wanted to go ahead and create this video to show you how cutting edge is showing up against your competition online and to give you some tips that you can use to improve things. So, as the Google algorithm is crawling the web, it's really looking for three things: content, citations, and backlinks. So those are the things I'm going to talk about during this video. Now, content just refers to the words and images on your site. Google likes to see between 1,500 and 2,000 words, kind of at a minimum, on the page to give it a good idea of what you do and where you are. The exact amount is going to depend on your competition and also the number of keywords needed. So what's a keyword? A keyword is really anything someone might type into Google looking for a particular service or product. So let's look at what a search might look like. So since you do tree service in Edgewater, I went ahead and just typed in tree service Edgewater FL for the keyword. And what you'll see is the first thing that pops up other than ads is a map. So we call this the map pack. The top three listed here are really going to get the most traffic because it's super easy to use. People love using these maps. It gives them like reviews. It gives them a score for the reviews. They can see how close that business is to them. So there's just a lot of information at the tip of their fingertips. But the way to get in this top three is you got to have a Google business profile. Then you got to make sure it's filled out as completely and accurately as possible. And the third thing is you want to have your name, address, and phone number listed in as many relevant directories on the web as possible. So that's everything from Yelp and Yellow Pages. But basically, the more times that happens, name, address, phone number appearing in the exact same format in these directories, the more power it gives to your profile. Because every place you do that is considered a citation. The idea really is that your brand begins to be found by that Google bot all over the internet. And the larger your online presence is, the more Google trusts you. Now, below the map is what we call the organic results. That just means not paid, so it's not an ad. Ideally, you want to be in the top three here as well. Really, between the top three in the map and the top three of this organic, that's going to represent like over 85% of the traffic for that particular keyword. The further down you go in either thing, the less traffic you get. Let's take a look at your website. Well, first of all, let me say, the first thing that we see down here is Yelp. That's going to be considered a directory. So is Angie's List. So is Home Advisor. So, and Facebook, that's a Facebook page. So the first true competitor that I see is actually SB Tree Service, and then it's Southern Turf. So in this video, I'm going to compare you against those two. But let's take a look at your page. Now, when I'm looking at it, I like the fact that you've got an actual, it's not a stock photo. People can spot stock photos a mile away, and this is truly a photo from your business. So I love that about it. And it gives a little blurb about you. But there's really no content. In fact, if I go in and I count and use this website word counter, I can see you've only got 113 words on the page. Definitely room to grow there, and you want to grow and be able to put those keywords into play so that Google knows who to serve your website up to, people who are searching for what you do, not searching for cutting edge land, not searching for your actual name of your business, Cutting Edge Land and Turf Services, but searching for something that you do, one of your services. So let's take a look at what the SB Tree Service looks like. So they've got obviously a little bit more content than you do, and then Southern Turf, same kind of thing. They've got a lot of content on here. But one of the things I do when I'm comparing websites is I look under the hood, if you will, and I use a tool called Ahrefs to do that. Now, this tells me, when I plug in your URL, this tells me that you're not really getting any traffic, and you're not really showing up yet for any keywords. If I look at the same thing for SB, now Edgewater is a back page for them. So So if I'm going to look just at like their entire domain, they've got a good amount of traffic, 165 visits per month. But for Edgewater itself, as you saw, it wasn't showing. It wasn't really showing much at all. But for Southern Turf, let's take a look at theirs. So for Southern Turf, the main page, they're getting about 225 visits per month, and that is based off of 205 keywords. Let's drill down and look at those keywords. Now, some of them are just related to the company itself, but here's one that is much more of a buyer intent, if you will. Palm tree trimming, Jacksonville, FL. Obviously, if somebody's putting that into Google, they're probably looking to get their trees trimmed in Jacksonville. Well, that term is being searched 80 times per month. They're in the 8th position for that, so they're getting 4 visits per month just from that particular keyword. People are searching for their company itself a large number of times, and they're getting traffic from those too. But you can see how important it is to truly target the kind of words that are going to help drive those customers, that are going to help customers see you. So, for example, stump grinding or palm tree trucking or palm tree removal. Those are all things that you want to make sure that you're highlighting. Now, the last piece of the puzzle is what we call backlinks. A backlink is anywhere you find one website linking to another via clickable or hyperlink text. These links, again, kind of act like an endorsement of your website from these other businesses, which Google uses to build trust in your business. Because, again, it's seeing other people vouch for you. But it is not a popularity contest where the most wins, because they're not created equal. Google takes a weighted approach to it. So they're going to judge those links. The ones that are local, the ones that are powerful, the ones that are truly relevant to your industry are going to count more than others. So when I'm trying to judge backlinks, I can't just take one backlink to one backlink and say that they match up, because they won't. So the tool that I use, the RFs tool, will also try and gauge that in the same way that Google will. So instead of looking at the number of backlinks, I look at these scores here. So both of these scores are on a scale from 0 to 100. The DR being kind of the overall domain, how many backlinks coming into everywhere into your domain. You're sitting at a 0 right now for that. For your specific homepage, you're at a 4.5. And if we look at the SB tree service, in fact, let's look at their entire domain, because it gives us more data. But they're sitting at a 10 for the domain, and then a 0.1 for their specific page. And then for Southern Turf, we got to go back to the overview. We can see that they are sitting at a 9 and a 17 respectively. Now, once all of these things come together, so the content, the backlinks, the citations, that's when you begin ranking higher and higher, and more customers will find you. I hope this information has been helpful. If you'd like to chat more, we'd love to get on the phone with you. We can also do more information and talk about kind of what your goals are for Cutting Edge, and see what might be realistic for your business and what it's going to take to reach those goals. Again, my name is Lori Camp. I'm with Soul Sisters Digital Design. My number is 352-235-9803. Thanks so much for watching. Look forward to any feedback you can give, because, again, really want these to be helpful. Take care.